Hello students, let's try to look at the second question that we are having. Uh, it says, what are the definitional problems? What are the definitional problems that we have in identifying the tribes in India? It means it's not easy to just define the tribe that these are those people who are staying in the jungles. That's not the reality because all the tribal people are not staying in the jungle. Many of them are staying in the towns, cities, villages, etc. So there are some problems that we are having for which we are not able to define what are the tribes. Discuss the main obstacles to the tribal development. If you look at the question, this has been asked from our paper 2, section B of the society, in which we are having the third part, which is associated with the tribal communities in India. And the first topic also in the tribal communities, it is directly. So this question is directly from the syllabus. What are the definitional problems? So they are asking. So what I will be doing is I will try to provide a simple definition of what is a tribe. Although it is not a simple, it's not a clear-cut definition, but there are some issues that we are having. So what is the meaning of tribe? Tribe are those group of people. This definition has been provided by an socio-anthropologist. His name is M. Sinha. Why am I telling the word socio-anthropologist? Because tribal studies are largely considered to be as old societies, or they are also considered to be as primitive societies, and a subject or an academic discipline which is associated with studying old and primitive societies, it is anthropology. So when we are studying something within the respect of sociology, we consider these contributors as anthro-sociologists or socio-anthropologists. M. Sinha, he has provided one of a simple definition. Who are tribal people? Tribal people are those group of people who are disconnected. These are those group of people who are considered to be as isolated from the mainstream civilization. If we are having something like a mainstream civilization such as urban societies, towns, cities, rural India, etc., those group of people who are not staying in these mainstream center, they are called to be as tribal groups, because this is a loose definition. This is not an official definition, and this is the reason where the constitution itself has not provided a definition. The legal system has not provided a definition. The anthropological field does not have a uniform definition. Sociological studies fails to it. And that is the reason, due to the failure of all these disciplines and instruments, we get to see who decides whether somebody is a tribe or not. It is largely decided by the president. So in the introduction, I am going to say, according to M. Sinha, tribal people are those who are disconnected, isolated from the mainstream civilization. This is going to be my introductory part. Then I will get into the main demand, and that is the content. What is the problem that we are having? The main problem is that we do not have a uniformity when it comes to the tribal groups. Because the way how the tribal groups are placed in the case of Himalayas, we do not have the same kind of tribal groups in the case of island regions of Andaman. The way how they are present in the Madhya Pradesh region, the tribal groups are not same in the case of Nagaland. So we have an access, we do not have a proper uniformity in the definition, neither we are having a proper characteristic features. And then there is a large variation. So another problem that we are having is there is a presence of large regional variation. And what is this? Northern tribes are different from the eastern tribes. Eastern tribes are different from the western and the southern or the island tribes. So we are having a large level of regional variation as well. On the other hand, another main criteria which differentiates is that tribal people are placed in different spectrums. So they are also falling on different spectrum, because some tribal are completely considered as outdated, very old tribes. They are called as primitive tribes. Some of them have got some development. They are called as cultural types, partially a cultured, fully a cultured. So some tribes are very elite. They are called to be as aristocratic tribes. So when they are coming in different spectrums, that is also a problem for arriving a common definition to it. On the other hand, there is a problem of regional variations. So there are some regional problems, or regional recognition is also not there. Why regional recognition is not there? In certain states, they are large in number, so they are having good recognition. In some other states, they are very small in number, so they do not have recognition. So regional recognition, that also varies. So there are political problems, there are administrative problems. That could also be one of the reasons. And here, when the center has been very much oriented towards the tribe, when it is at the discretion of the president, the political state governments, they tend to remain ignorant. So there are some political gaps, administrative gaps, ideological issues are also arising within the case of regional variation. Now, what are the second part? The second part is, what is the main obstacle when it comes to the tribal development? Can you tell me what are the main issues which are centered around these tribal groups? One big problem that we tend to establish is an issue called as DIDR, developmental induced displacement and rehabilitation. It means whenever I want to increase the area of a city, I will breach into the forest areas. The tribal people will lose their lands. So when it comes to urban expansion, the tribal people will suffer. When it comes to mineral exploration, the tribal people will suffer. When it comes to hydroelectricity dam, we get to see. So any kind of development that is happening, so developmental induced, what is happening? The tribal people are getting displaced and rehabilitation. Another big problem or obstacle for the tribal development is there are different ideological issues which are also present. For example, in the Indian state is on the basis of democracy. On the other hand, there are certain tribal groups which are inspired with Chinese political system or the revolutionary ideas of Maoism. So due to this other ideological inclination such as Maoism, Marxism, this has led to the problems in the Red Corridor region, that is the Naxalites that we are having. So ideological issues, that it could also be a reason. There is a lack of leadership at the national level. Hardly there is anybody as an MP who represents the tribal groups of India. So there is a problem when it comes to leadership. There is a low HDI level that is also present. So here there are some main obstacles which are, we can write some more number of obstacles that we get to see. So how will I bring a conclusion to my answer? The conclusion that we are having is, on the basis of the above question, we do not have any kind of a uniform definition when it comes to tribes. There is an absence of a uniform definition. On the other hand, there are some issues or challenges when we get to see. But some phenomena such as PVTGs, some recommendations that has been given by Dhibar Commission reports, we have created some states which is bringing tribal recognition. So with inclusive development, by bringing in PVTG, Thibar Commission, we are trying to bring inclusive and sustainable development for all. So in this way, you can bring a conclusion as well. So that's it in our today's. This was the question number 2, part B. In the next video, I will be talking to you about the C part of the question number 2. Have a nice day.